Wall Street delivered quite the surprise today, didn't it? Markets pushing to fresh highs.
Yeah, really strong action.
And driven by what seems like, well, genuinely unexpected strength in consumer spending.
Right.
It makes you wonder what's truly fueling this resilience and, how does it shift the landscape for your investments? Stick around, because we're going to get into why this matters and how it fits into the bigger picture.
Welcome back, everyone, to your daily stock market summary series. And hey, if you find these daily summaries helpful, you know the drill. Hit that like button. Doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps us out a lot. And click that subscribe while you're at it. You can always unsubscribe in the future if you don't want these updates.
Okay, and just before we dive into today's action, that quick but important reminder, nothing we discuss here constitutes specific buying or selling advice.
Right.
This is all general market commentary and trading education, really just designed to help you understand the broader landscape, maybe identify potential opportunities. Absolutely. So let's unpack today's market action. It was another remarkably bullish day, really building on yesterday's spirited rebound.
It certainly was.
The S&P 500, that's ticker SPY, climbed 0.6%. So it's inching even closer now to that 6,270 resistance level we flagged yesterday.
Getting tight up there.
Yeah. And the Dow, DIA, powered up 0.65%. It's showing real momentum from its bounce off the 20-day moving average.
Which is a key support level, right? Where buyers often step in.
Exactly. And the NASDAQ, QQQ, surged 0.81%, just reaffirming that tech-driven strength we highlighted.
Yep, tech's still strong.
But leading the pack today was the Russell 2000 IWM with a fantastic 1.3% gain.
Wow, yeah. Small caps showing life.
Continuing its recovery from Tuesday's dip, and those small caps are holding firm above their own 20-day moving average, too.
And what's particularly fascinating here, I think, are some of the individual stock movers. They really demonstrate this underlying conviction.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, Rigetti Computing, RGTI, for instance. It extended its breakout from an ascending triangle pattern, and crucially, on strong volume.
Okay, explain that triangle pattern quickly for folks.
Sure. So an ascending triangle is, it's a classic bullish pattern. You see buying pressure building up against a flat resistance level and higher lows forming underneath. Strong volume on the breakout confirms that conviction, like buyers are serious.
Got it.
And similarly, you saw Big Bear AI, that's BDI. It showed serious resolve, pushing toward all-time highs after what was really just a very brief bull pullback.
So it barely dipped before buyers came back in.
Exactly. And spotting these volume-confirmed setups and, knowing how to navigate those crucial pullbacks, that's absolutely key for maintaining conviction in your trades.
Makes sense.
It's that kind of practical wisdom that we really explore in much more depth in the Grok Trade Mentorship program. How to see the signs, manage the trade.
Good stuff. Okay, looking across sectors, financials, XLF certainly led the charge today, up 0.96%. But healthcare, XLV, on the other hand, lagged behind, dropping 1.14%. So why financials leading now? You might expect some consumer caution.
That is a great question. And I think today's retail sales data provides a really crucial piece of that puzzle.
Ah, okay. What did it show?
Well, we saw a stronger than expected 0.6% month-over-month increase for June.
0.6. That's quite a jump.
Yeah, it significantly beat forecasts, which were only looking for about 0.1%. And importantly, it rebounded sharply from May's 0.9% decline.
Wow. Okay. So consumers are spending.
Seems like it. This robust spending, especially after that May dip, it surprisingly suggests that maybe previous inflation fears pulled forward some demand, or perhaps that, discretionary spending isn't quite as sensitive to current interest rates for certain consumers as many analysts believed.
Interesting. So it challenges that common narrative that high rates must stifle spending immediately.
Exactly. It indicates a deeper resilience, perhaps.
That's a compelling point. Kind of highlights the potential disconnect.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you've got a stock you're watching or maybe a question about the markets, drop it in the comments below. We might cover it in an upcoming episode.
Good idea.
Okay, shifting gears a bit. Let's look at the cryptocurrency and metals scene.
Right.
We saw Bitcoin, BTC, climb 0.61%. It's hovering just below $120,000.
Still hanging around that big number.
Yeah, building on yesterday's recovery, and interestingly, it shrugged off Tuesday's gravestone doji pattern.
Huh. That's usually a bearish sign, right?
Yeah, usually, yeah. It suggests a potential reversal lower, but in this case, Bitcoin's underlying strength, it seems, just negated it.
Fascinating. What about gold?
Gold, GLD, dipped slightly, about 0.22%, but it remains really tightly coiled. We're seeing massive volume spikes there, which often signals a potential breakout is coming soon, just building pressure.
Could go either way, but something's brewing.
Exactly. And silver, SLV, gained 0.7%, turning higher, just as we sort of discussed yesterday. The focus now is really whether it can sustain this momentum for a broader reversal.
Okay, so if we try and connect all these dots, today's action was really a bullish charge, wasn't it?
Felt like it.
Primarily driven by that surprisingly strong retail sales data and just robust technical momentum across the board.
Right.
Looking ahead, investors are definitely going to be watching tomorrow's economic releases. Those could act as catalysts for market direction.
What should we be watching for?
Keep a close eye on the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index, new residential construction data, and also the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report. Could move things.
Got it.
Days like today, seeing clear technical breakouts in stocks like RGTI and BBAI, watching the broader markets march to new highs, it really underscores why understanding these market mechanics is just paramount for traders.
Absolutely.
And our Grok Trade mentorship program, it's specifically designed to drill down on exactly that. How to spot these volume-confirmed setups, how to manage risk effectively, and critically, how to maintain the discipline needed to succeed consistently.
Discipline is key.
It really is. And we're committed to providing support until you recoup your initial investment. We want to ensure you gain the skills for consistent performance. That's the goal.
That's a powerful commitment. Okay, folks, have a ticker you want us to break down. Drop it in the comments. We love seeing what you're watching.
Yeah, definitely let us know.
We'll catch you in tomorrow's summary.